Hello and welcome, dearest. I'm GrandmaM. Oops. Forgot to turn the AC off. I had a question. I think it's been a couple months, and I'm sorry about the delay on that, but there was a question about the polish getting around the inner part of the where you screw on the cap. This section right here, and how the person, hi Lisa, was asking, I think that's who asked me, how it gets around here, such a mess around the lid. And I'm showing you on that one because it's clear. So I'm going to show you how it gets in there. And if you, I did a video a while back on how to clean that, but if you need a refresher or more information, I can do another version of that. But essentially, I'm going to show you how and why and demonstrate. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There, so you can get it closer. And you see where the polish level is on there. You can see as I'm moving it, there's a little bit of where the bubble part. So as I hold this as level and as still as I possibly can, I don't know if you can tell how that changes, how that part, you know, let me see if I can move this closer so you can see a better angle. Okay, see that the line of the bubble is right here. And as I lift this out, it goes down. And even though you're not touching the rim with the actual brush part, when you put that back in, watch how it's gonna fill back up. See how that moves? So as your bottle is full and you put that back in, if you put it back in too quickly, whoops, other way, you don't want to see my hand like that. If you put the brush back in to your polish, we were left, there we go. If you're putting that back into any of your polishes too quickly, and I don't recommend doing this because as you put that in, you're exposing air. You're putting air into the bottle, and that's why your polish dries out. Because the base, the level of the fluid in the bottle decreases when the cap is off and as you're using the product. So more air has room to be in there, and while it's, even though it's still sealed up, it's still depleting all of the things that are in the bottle. So if you're putting that back in too quickly, even though if you're careful on not touching it, it goes up. So as it goes up the neck of the bottle, you have kind of like a bottleneck situation, as if you're pouring soda or something carbonated, how it kind of comes up, and then there's no room for it to go if you've got it slanted the wrong way where it's too much of an angle. Whereas if you flatten it and let it pour slowly, you get more flowing on a regular basis. It's kind of the same thing like with ketchup and other things. You get that bottleneck as it's coming towards the neck of the inside of the container, and it's trying to escape. So then you get it coming up around the edge of the rim, and then that gets to be a problem because then it's harder to open the bottle. You get more of a mess around there. And I do try to clean up mine as I'll sit for about 30 minutes or so and go through a section of my polishes, or as I'm doing different art, I will go in and clean it off if it gets too bad, because you don't want that mess on a regular basis. So I hope that helps explain that. Just go slower as you're putting that back into the bottle. You can always wipe it off on a regular basis, and then as the volume of your polish goes down, you won't have so much of that trying to escape out because it'll have more room. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please be kind. I'll see you soon. Princess says hello. Bye.